Yo, what's up? It's Cook. I'm recording this one to try and get some feedback, help me work on my Summit Point Raceway lap time. Uh, tr- 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 Trying to make a short video, but I've got a funny feeling it might not be so short. So feel free to skip over all of my ranting to the hot lap review at the end. But yeah, right now I'm going for ideally, the goal is to get the number one Ferrari 296 GT3 lap time for Summit Point Raceway on Garage 61. So, cool. Pull that up. Summit Point Raceway will filter by the Ferrari. I've already got a very nice lap. Yeah, I just got that an hour ago, but I want a little bit more, and I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to get those 3/10. Maybe someone can help. So yeah, we've got a bit over 1,000 PB laps here, uh, and I'm hunting down the best Ferrari lap, and then ideally, eventually, similar with Lime Rock Park, I want to be able to bring my skills in the Ferrari far enough that I can kind of surmount the mechanical advantage that cars like the Aston Martin or the Ford Mustang might have due to the current BOP, balancing, tire models, whatever you want to blame. But look, if we filter by GT3 laps, all the GT3 cars, 105.3 to beat. Wow, tough. Uh, Jump to my lap. I'm 158 out of 6,000. And those are rookie numbers to me. I want to pump those numbers up. I want to be at least top 50. But yeah, I'm looking at having to find 8/10 somewhere. I don't know where. Uh, uh, and it gets into this strange mentality. A week or two ago, I was only running 49-second laps at Old Lime Rock Park, right? And I didn't think that a sub 49-second lap was possible in the Ferrari. I thought that like the Astons, this wall of Astons, just had a huge mechanical advantage, couldn't be surmounted. Turns out I was just thinking about it too hard. And drive car fast. I don't know. I need some advice though. So we're focusing on, once again, Summit Point Raceway and focusing on the Ferrari lap. I want to find 3/10. 3/10 is doable, right? That's one good session. So I'm going to put that in now and see what can be done. So I'm loaded into the sim already here. You might see at 6 a.m. in the morning on the sim. So the track is going to be pretty cool. What is this? Get this out of my screen. Not going to give us any info here. If we come back here, we can see I was running similar conditions a bit earlier. Track was about 19 degrees, 18 degrees air, light wind, fully clean, 0% track state. And sure, you can get mad at me for manipulating the track conditions to my advantage or so, whatever. That's what these guys are doing as well. All right. Okay, so number one, number two, they're like a degree or two or three or four higher than me, track temp. But I feel like it works out. Fixed setup, that's fine. We're also going to, for later on in the video, if anyone decides to even watch that far, goddamn, download the Ghost Lap for the GT3 number one world record holder on Garage 61. This guy, Tony Poss, 7,000 I rating, big boy up here. We'll see, we'll see. Anyway, all right. Getting into the mess of it here. Over the last few days, I've cut my lap time on this track down from low 108s to low like 106s, as you can see there. A day or two ago, I was struggling to break 106s in races. Started smacking out a whole bunch of nice 106s in race conditions. Feeling very comfy. Trying to bring that into a solo session to go for a really nice PB lap. I'm looking for, like I said there, a 105.3, but that's asking a lot. I found that a lot of pace on this track comes from a good, clean exit out of the final corner. Some sort of magic of brake bias and getting the car balanced and at its top speed on exit on the final corner. Hit that straightaway, top speed, start your fresh lap, the highest momentum possible, and then try and roll that through the whole circuit. Uh, Difficult sometimes because you really need to be onto it, and it's easy to lose a lot of pace halfway through the lap. And yeah, with anything, repetition is going to get me closer, but I need a little bit of advice to kind of get me there faster. So yeah, last thing, I've found that racing against the session optimal lap splits is much more useful than my old habits of racing against my own all-time best lap when I'm PB hunting. Now I just kind of chuck on the session optimal and try and keep that green, which is pushing me for faster and faster sectors. It's a bit of a walking a razor edge. So yeah, we're gonna do a review of the best lap afterwards. I'm gonna probably do around about 10 laps like it's a sprint race. Uh, and then we'll do a few versus the session optimal, and then we'll do a few versus the ghost lap of old mate Tony there, and we'll see what's happening. I'm gonna jump in my sim here. Oi, oi, oi.
The pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. That lap was a 110.61. That was a 107.83. Sector 3 is a tenth off your best. Sector 1 is quick. That lap time was 107.34. That's your best lap in this session. Sector 1 time is good. That last lap was a 106.83. Sector 3 time's okay. That lap was a 106.55. Sector 3 time is fast. Sector 1 time's okay. Sector 2 is a tenth off your best. You've just done a 106.72. Sector 3 is a tenth off your best. Your Sector 2 time is quick. That lap time was 106.55. Sector 3's 2 tenths off your best. Sector 1 is a tenth off your pace. Sector 2 time is good. You've just done a 106.53. Sector 3 time is quick. Sector 1 time's okay. Sector 2 time is okay. Okay, Jay, we need to watch the track limits. Sector 1 time is good. Sector 2 time is okay. You've just done a 106.20. Good lap. That's your quickest so far. Sector 1 is quick. Your Sector 2 time is quick. That lap was a 106.19. That's your best lap in this session. Sector 1 time's okay. Don't invalidate this lap. Track limits.
Alrighty, so we just wrapped up that session, put in a nice couple laps, 10 laps. Fastest on our last lap. Couple off tracks there. Was experimenting with the line a little bit, trying to find something new in the middle sector. I did get a really nice last sector on one of those laps. I think it was this one. That exit out of the last one. Let's have a look at this. Great together. Okay. Sorry, I stopped paying attention there. What did we do? We broke at, we're breaking at 3. I've been telling myself the brake marker is like 2.5, but I guess I'm like prepping to break at 2.5. I'm like actually breaking at 3. That little flick off to the side. Help me get this angle. Trying to get this angle at the apex as parallel as possible to put down power. And I'm like riding traction control on the exit. Let's put in a little flick here or something. If I can turn down my replay volume, make it a bit easier. Yeah, okay, so the last couple of days I've been experimenting with putting like a little flick into the end of the braking maneuver here. I'm still not 100% sure on my line either. That was nice. Okay. So trying to be conscious of this stuff. I just double downshifted and then I held the downshift to first gear until a bit later than I usually would. I realize I have a really bad habit of engine braking or something. I don't know quite what that is yet, but I think it means I'm only supposed to shift gears when I want to use that gear, not to slow down the car. But I've like double shifted early to do that during the braking procedure, but then shifted down at the apex to avoid the the spin out from shifting mid corner. I'm like boom, 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 boom. I think. Let me see that again. Maybe be a bit later there. And the line is different to what I usually aim for. I'm wide. Okay, that's good. I'm very wide. Then I go in for these flick with a really rearwards brake bias where I'm trying to get like parallel to the corner, like power out. That's a very tight clear for that corner. It's much tighter than I usually am. Whack it in, start the drift, the slip angle. That curb's a bit strange. I feel like you can full throttle over this curb, but like I feel like it loses you time by just activating the traction control. There's like you gotta like blip for this right hand curb. Maybe. And then oof. This guy. Oh, man, I haven't found the limit on this grass yet, but you can get really aggressive with this grass and not getting off track. Something about 3 tires on. Let's slow-mo this. I'm learning along with us. Super slow-mo. Got enough time to change the camera angle, mate. Oh, like I'm off the track. Like I don't know how that isn't an off track. Let me. What? Okay, apparently I got 3 wheels on here, and I got 3 wheels on here. It's okay. It's all right. Here we go. Frame. We're gonna frame by frame this. Hold up. I'm pretty interested actually. A lot of time here. I used to be very scared of off tracks here because like you'd assume that this grass would off track you. Like that's a tire off. Yeah. But it's a legal lap. There's some magic there. Oh, anyway, where were we? Ruined the view for a sec. Boom. Okay, the flick in here. This is a tough bit. You get so easy to lose your momentum here, and it needs a lot of trust. This corner to hit full throttle. It doesn't feel like you're going to clear it. If 9 times out of 10 you're going to understeer, it feels like, but you need to commit for the downforce or something. It's strange when you start hesitating on this corner. It throws you off even more than when you pin it. And sometimes you pin it and your car's pointed at the curb instead of the optimal apex, and you've got to just keep pinning it over the curb. And I've done that enough times to realize there's a couple different lines through this last corner, but the key is like getting on throttle early, I guess. Throttle. Boom. Zoom. Okay. Oh, I'm really cutting that. I think I did a cut back on that. So, yep. What's going on there? Get out of my way. Three tires on. 3 tires on, baby. I got 3 tires on. I got 3 tires on the track. God damn. He's slick with it. Wait. And then my nemesis corner. This line is tough. This rearwards brake bias, but it's a nice tester for brake bias angle. If you enter this with your brake bias too forward, you'll get those magenta lights on the dash. Your fronts will start slipping. You enter it too rearwards, your backs will start slipping. You'll get cyans. And I've kind of tuned the brake bias for the whole lap around having the car at an optimal grip through this corner. I'm still trying to refine this a lot, I guess. Okay, but oh, that's the best exit I've ever had out of that corner, though. That's not a line I can refine. That's so wide. That's incredible. I impressed myself, mate. All right, nice lap. Let's see it one more time at full pace, eh? Cockpit cam, shall we? That was on the limit. Sure. That's my problem though. I'm on the limit. I am on the limit. But I still need to find, what was it? 8 tenths. Don't remind me. All right. Well, I'll wrap this one up here. If anyone has some advice, has even like watched through to the end of the video, and appreciated it, like and subscribe. No, yeah, no. Please give me some advice. I need it. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue smacking my head against a metaphorical brick wall until it like cracks or something. It would be really nice to be like handed keys. You like be like, this is what you're doing wrong. Wouldn't wouldn't that be easy? Wouldn't that be a dream? All right, let me know. Cheers. Just a couple notes for this last bit of the video against old mate Tony. Seems like he's running a very aggressively rearwards brake bias.
Your last lap time was at 106.31. Sector 3 is 2 tenths off your best.
He's entering into these corners very late and turning very aggressively. One thing to note is that he's not driving a Ferrari. This is an Aston
Sector 1 time's okay.
Time, but it's just loaded as a Ferrari in the comparison lap. I set a new PB just now on this lap, racing against his ghost, so I think I've got some studying to do. Alright, cheers.
That was 106.00. Sector 3 time is fast. Sector 1 is a tenth off your best. Sector 2 is a tenth off your best.